Come with me to executive produce a SAG ultra low budget feature for under $350,000 as a first-time feature filmmaker. And if you're wondering, yes, this is also me. I wrote and starred in the film. Trust started as a proof of concept that went off to Tribeca Film Festival's Now Creator Market in 2020. But because of the pandemic, I wasn't able to pitch in person. Still, it got my wheels turning. I knew I wanted to turn this concept into a feature, but I realized quickly that traditional film investors weren't keen on investing in a first-time filmmaker, especially in this budget range. So I took my proof of concept, my festival laurels from that proof, and the feature screenplay, and I secured equity investments and took a line of credit out until the film was greenlit. Thus, we went into production in 2021 with an amazing crew, including so many talented women. Now, shooting during COVID invited its own set of challenges, having a zone system, a COVID officer, regular testing, and nurses on site. This also meant paying for separate spaces for talent to abide by this zone system. With that said, it wasn't much of an additional cost because most agents negotiated separate spaces for their talent. So we already had honey wagons and trailers on site to abide by those contractual agreements. Where I found our budget going quickly was in costs associated with the permit. We were required to have a parking lot nearby. We couldn't park in the residential area, which meant that we also had to pay for pass vans. We were also required to have a police officer and a monitor on site, but we were able to negotiate that down to just a few days. Because when you have all these additional people on set, then you're also having to pay for their meals and keep them separate for the zone system, so it gets complicated. The less people involved, the better. And after 18 days, that was a wrap on principal photography of Trust, a feature film. Next was post. Our director, Almog Avidan Antonir, also edited the film. We did several test screenings, and once we picture locked, we moved right into sound and color. We had our actors come in to record any ADR we needed, and we also brought in background voices to fill the spaces that we had communal scenes and needed some additional sounds. Here's Almog playing around in the Foley studio, and fortunately, we did not use any of that noise. And once all of these elements came together, we finally had a finished film that we were ready and excited to share with the world. We submitted to festivals on our own while concurrently searching for a home for our film with a distributor. And hey, little plug, if you're looking to watch Trust, you can find it on VOD right now. Search Trust and Jennifer Levinson. To me, sharing a film with an audience is what indie filmmaking is all about. I always urge filmmakers to save some money for marketing because this is where indie films tend to lose their stamina. You have some brilliant films that spent all their money on production, on post, and leave no room for marketing. And unfortunately, your movie can be the most incredible thing in the world, but if you have no money to support its release, nobody is going to see it. And even with a distributor, nobody will care about your film as much